shall we?
We shall. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another riveting episode of Red Wine and Cake. You like that adjective?
I like
riveting.
that. Riveting. I like that.
It has been. It's kind of been a long week for me, but that's why we have wine.
That is why we have wine.
Tell me what we're drinking today.
Let's jump in today. Cabernet.
It's a really fun play on words.
Yeah, it is. It's literally spelled like bear, B-E-A-R, and then nay. Cabernet.
N-A-Y, right? Isn't it?
What did I say?
You said nay, but it's spelled
N-A-Y.
N-A-Y, not
Yeah.
N-E-T. Cabernet is usually spelled like N-E-T.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes, N-A-Y at the end. Yes. It's shocking. It's a cab.
No shit.
Yeah. I know. I threw you all off there, didn't I?
I know.
It's a 2020 vintage out of California. It has a really cute story. Bear with me here. I'm going to read it. I'll go fast. So I'm a fast reader. I used to win those Pizza Hut contests for reading all the books. A grape grower owned a vineyard planted to both Merlot and Cab. Year after year, he found his Merlot bunches depleted by an unknown pest, whilst his Cabernet fruit was left untouched. Not birds, as whole bunches would be neatly removed rather than berries punctured. Not rabbits, hares, or deer, as no leaves bore nibble marks. Exasperated, he installed surveillance cameras and, much to his delight, caught 3 bears in an act of moonlight grape robbery. Ignoring the Cabernet that still had a little way to go to reach full sugars, they helped themselves to the earlier ripened Merlot. So if you go down to the vineyards tonight, we suggest you take this cab with you, and you'll be just fine. Which is funny because I hate Merlot. Take all the Merlot grapes. I could care less.
Thank you, Bears.
Yes. Get all of our dirty work done for us.
I think that's so cute.
It is a cute little story.
And that he decided to name the wine what he named the wine.
I think very clever.
It is very clever.
And so taste-wise and in terms of notes, an exuberant black fruit core introduces ripe tannins and a lush, juicy mouthfeel. Long, smooth finish with vibrant notes of blackberry, blackcurrant, and black cherry notes.
There's that mouthfeel we all love again.
Mouthfeel. What do you think?
I like it. When I took my first sip of it, I really liked it. It's really fruity. You get that like right from jump, but it has kind of a dry finish to me.
It does. It does. It is very fruity up front, but it does have a bit of a dry finish. You're right. You explained that perfectly. I do like it though. It's very smooth.
Yeah, I don't hate
very smooth mouthfeel.
I feel like I'm learning that I don't like the dry up front, but I don't mind the dry in the back.
Yeah.
On the back end.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Nope. That is
I don't.
Same. Must be. I don't mind it.
No.
I don't like it in the beginning though.
No, not at all.
No,
it's a real turn off.
I don't mind it as a finish.
No, me either.
No.
But it's a good wine. I like it,
is
for
good.
being a cab, something I don't usually drink. It's really good.
What are you going to give it?
I might go with a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to say stay around 2.5, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm good with that. Cabernet. Sounds like it's French or something.
But it's not.
It's
from
California.
good old CA.
All right.
Well,
3
2
cheers.
and a half,
Clink,
3 cheers
clink, clink.
for you, Cabernet.
Thank you, Cabernet.
Okay, so let's get into today's episode. It's a little different for us. It's not. When I was telling John what we were going to talk about today, he was like, "You don't ever talk about that kind of stuff."
Okay.
And I was like, "No, but I follow it closely."
Okay. So I
said,
do.
But, yeah, and I was like, "But Laura does." Those were my exact thoughts. But Laura does.
And it's not like I go into these deep conversations. So we're going to be talking about our zodiac signs and just astrology in general. I'm not like I don't like read the stars or anything, you know.
And I don't base my days around it.
No, but I am very intrigued by it because what has happened and continues to happen in my life is that oftentimes, as I've learned more and more about the different signs, And there's like whole other levels to this shit that I am not involved in, like retrogrades. You ever hear people talk about like Mercury? We're in a Mercury retro. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. Like, I know it's very like I don't know. I don't know. So that's taking it to a whole nother level that I'm not at.
We're going to surface level this
today.
This
is a very surface level conversation, but it's hilarious to me because the reason why it intrigues me so much is because the shit lines up.
Yeah.
So often, more times than not.
Yeah. There's always a couple in there where I'm like, that makes zero sense.
Right. But
I don't do any of those things. But then the other 99% of it is like, well, that's spot on.
Right. And so it started with me learning. Let me take you back to where it probably started for me, though. We used to have Chinese food for dinner almost every weekend. My mom and my stepdad. When it was payday, we would go get Chinese food. Always read the year of the or whatever that are on the placemats there. Mm-hmm. And so I know that's the Chinese zodiac or whatever, but I was the rat. And
I think that's our birth year, right?
Yes, it's based on birth year.
I was like, I was rat.
You were the
too,
rat too. Yeah, it's based on birth year.
Different.
But we would laugh about it and talk about it or whatever. But a lot of times, even the Chinese zodiac, whatever I would read with that would usually be lined up. And I was a kid reading it. I didn't know shit about like my actual zodiac sign in terms of astrology. So as I got older and I started. I don't know. I can't recall. I can't pinpoint where this part of it started for me.
Okay.
But once I learned my sign is a Leo, I'm a Leo. And then I started reading about it and what type of characteristics typically surround folks who are deemed Leos. There are so many things that like it's the star. Excuse my pun. The stars aligned for me because. The shit is crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. And so then as I get to know people, it's not like I go, what's your zodiac sign? But as I get to know people and I know their birthdays and I get to truly know them, I get to know their zodiac signs and their characteristics too. And I'd be like, oh my God. And I've just get more and more interested with the more people that I meet and the more encounters that I have with people. And I'd be like, you motherfucker. So I can call certain people,
Pisces.
You motherfucking Gemini. So anyways, it is so interesting to me and it's hilarious. And now with social media, you get these daily, I subscribe and follow daily pages for my sign. And it sends funny memes like the one I sent you yesterday, but they'd be so spot on. I can't ignore it.
So I think like my earliest memory of like the zodiac and reading your horoscope was like out of like Tiger Beat or Cosmo
or something.
I would read those every month.
You know what? That's probably what it was for me too. Now that I think about it, I couldn't pinpoint where I was like first like introduced to it.
Yeah,
but that makes sense.
But
Tiger Beat,
then when you're in like the midst of that teenage angst and you like really hang your hat on those, and somebody's gonna ask me out this month.
Yeah. What does the astrology say? Ooh, how's my month gonna go? So for me, like the daily ones where it tells you like what's gonna happen in your day or something, those ones to me aren't as interesting now. It's when I find like ones that truly like describe my attributes as a human, right? And so anyways, we're gonna dive into it a little bit. You're a Capricorn, right?
I am a Capricorn.
Capricorn, right? You are the first Capricorn that I've ever really paid attention to, the Capricorn sign.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. Last time we talked about this, when you told me what your sign was, I was like, I know nothing about Capricorns. Since then, I have been reading. I do that. I like to get to know what type of people I'm dealing with based on their astrological sign. Now, like I said, it doesn't always line up.
Sure.
But it's really interesting
it's
to
fucking
me.
Close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
And if you're not a firm believer in it, this may not be a fun episode for you. But it is funny to think about. Yeah. We're going to talk about our characteristics and kind of what our signs say about us. Yeah, mine is spot on. But anyways.
So I can start with mine. I found this website. And I like it because it gives a lot of like random stuff that maybe might be like second or third base for zodiac signs, which is kind of interesting. So
because each sign kind of has their obvious traits, right? Which,
Yeah.
if you know anything about zodiac, your sign always has. They always say the same certain things, right? But yeah, I'd like to know what your second tier ones are.
So this says that the Capricorn, their symbol is the sea goat.
The what?
The sea goat.
What is a sea goat?
I don't know. Probably see that Thursdays are for the boys episode. It's probably everything that Oliver described about me and more. You are a Capricorn if your birthday falls between December 21st and January 20th. The element is Earth. It's an Earth sign. Modality is cardinal. And the ruling planet is Saturn. I don't know what the modality and the ruling planet mean.
So let me touch on that because
okay.
I pulled that up as one
okay.
of the interesting things that I wanted to touch on with you and our signs. That Earth sign thing to me, so I knew that there was another element to that. I always speak certain signs are, there's water, fire, earth, and what's the other one?
Wind?
I don't know. Is that Captain Planet?
Rain?
No, it's not rain because water is one of them.
Oh, you know what? I have that Ain't No Mountain High Enough song in my head. No wind.
I have
no
Captain
rain.
Planet in my head.
Oh,
but
boy.
anyways, here's an earth sign. So here's just a small brief description of what an earth sign is. Earth signs are grounded and the ones that bring us down to earth. They are mostly conservative and realistic, but they can also be very emotional. They are connected to our material reality and can be turned to material goods, which I don't necessarily think that, but they are practical, loyal, and stable, and they stick by their people through hard times.
I mean, that's pretty.
That's what I'm saying. I read that shit and I'm like, you are not like an optimist, you're a realist.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you're not you're a realist. You're very realistic, you're very grounded, you're very loyal and stable. And stick to your people through. It was pretty much spot on. I'm a fire sign.
Oh, I can't wait to get there. So let's finish this Capricorn. Capricorn traits. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. Full-grown adult since age 6.
With that toot and that passive aggressiveness, I can believe it.
The responsible friend.
Oh, that's true.
Motivated by duty. Takes a while to warm up to people. Represses any emotion that gets in the way of success. Now, I don't know about the success part, but represses any emotion is probably pretty spot on.
Yeah, because you'll bury that shit.
Yep.
Until you explode, though.
Best careers are...
don't say accounting.
Yep, that's the first one. Accountant.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The first one's accountant, lawyer. I threw that around for a long time, being a lawyer. Landlord.
You threw around the combination.
I did.
Financial law.
Landlord, Sisyphus.
A landlord. You would make a good landlord.
And then elementary school hall monitor. Make good choices.
Oh my God.
Capricorns aren't consumed by the need for attention, but are not immune to it. They simply don't indulge in attention-seeking behavior. They don't want attention for their looks or style or ingenuity. They don't want to be admired, but they do want to be respected. They don't want to be the center of attention. False. Maybe a little. I don't mind. I don't want to be, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like they need to prove their own abilities to themselves. Capricorns are constantly competing with themselves. They do not want praise, though, nor adulation, just praise. Not adulation, just praise. Praise is a simple acknowledgement of a job well done. This describes, my boss is listening. Praise is a pat on the back. They use this as validation to compensate for general feelings of incompetence and inferiority. They plow through adversity with blinders on until they reach success. Capricorns are masters of discipline, the wringing of the hands, the constant reminders, the exacting structure, the ever-increasing goals, the tidal wave of self-criticism that lasts forever.
Oh, boy.
They are the ultimate perfectionist.
No.
They can be so absorbed in their own internal monologue that it becomes impossible to get them to look away from themselves.
That's true, though.
Capricorns are often called workaholics. They are incredibly pragmatic. They are Rule followers with a highly developed moral compass. From a young age, it is impressed upon them that their whole sense of worth and meaning is based on their ability to hunker down and force their way to the finish. This turns them into achievement junkies. Their drive to succeed is a reflection of their fear of failure. The most stressful time in a Capricorn's life is when they question their own authority. When a Capricorn is in a position of power, they are most stable. When they are put in a position where they have to cater to someone else's agenda, they can become a little unhinged. Capricorns collect responsibility, and they always seem to take it all on. Capricorns need to be the one to fix everything. Responsibility is their natural state. They have a can-do attitude. They are the martyrs and the champions. They are the guardians and the judges, the team captains, the chief of chiefs, the general, the leader. But even as they lead the charge, Capricorns can feel like the loneliest person in the world. They wish to be completely self-sufficient and are scared of depending on others.
Who wrote this book? Christ. Is it almost done?
It's done. The next is about love, sex, and romance, but we can get into that later when we start talking about the other signs.
Man. So a lot of that was spot on, though.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, there's always something, and I'll be able to pinpoint out of mine, which is always inaccurate. Although, kind of. Anyways. So as a Leo, you're an earth sign. Capricorns are earth signs. I'm a fire sign.
Yeah.
So fire signs tend to be passionate, dynamic, and temperamental. They said it, not me. They get angry quickly. No. But they also forgive easily. That's very true.
Yeah, that is.
They're adventurers with immense energy. They're physically very strong and are a source of inspiration for others. Fire signs are intelligent, self-aware, creative, and idealistic people, always ready for action. I would say that's pretty accurate.
That's pretty, yeah.
Yep. So, there are, interestingly enough, I've met a lot of Leos in my lifetime because we talk about it, right? There are like two kinds of Leos. There's
know.
like the July Leos and the August Leos.
I don't know if I know any other Leos.
Oh, no?
Well, Eric.
Oh, well, and so I will say this. Sometimes I'll be like, with like certain men, a lot of men the zodiac does apply to. Certain men, I'll be like, you're just so kind of easygoing in your own world that it doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
Eric, I wouldn't say is like a roaring Leo. In terms of the typical,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In terms of the typical, he might be in ways that I don't know.
Sure.
But what I know of Eric, which is a lot, like he doesn't fit like a zodiac sign in my opinion.
No.
He's himself.
No, I agree.
And not that any of us who do fit the zodiac sign are trying to be their sign, but like his characteristics, I think he just marches to the beat of his own drum. Anyways, typical Leo traits: creative, these are their strengths: creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous. That's pretty spot on for me anyways. Weaknesses: arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and flexible.
I think the self-centered and lazy might be wrong.
Yeah. I'm not.
You are not either one of those.
No, stubborn, yes. Arrogant, with the right, probably
thing.
in the right scenario.
Yeah.
Inflexible, I can be. Mm-hmm. Leo likes theater. Can't say that.
No.
Taking holidays or vacations, yes. Being admired, well, duh.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Expensive things. That's the one thing that I will say about Leos, that they always talk about Leos, is that they're very like materialistic and expensive things. While I think everybody likes certain things and that are expensive, which there are certain things that I like that are expensive. I'm not like a name brand whore or like materialistic in that way. I don't think I am.
Not like
with tennis shoes, maybe?
Not like outwardly, but like
not outwardly.
But you know what I mean? Like you have more
I like nice things.
You have more shoes than any person I know. That's very materialistic. You have more shoes than any person I know.
Yeah, but I just like shoes. But I don't have.
Yes, but
I don't have like a lot of other things.
No, you don't have more things than anybody else I know. You just have, it's just shoes. You just have, and you're very materialistic about your shoes.
I am very materialistic about my shoes. You ain't lying. You ain't told one lie. That's what I said. I said there are certain things that I am materialistic about, but like a Birkin bag, I don't need a fucking Birkin bag. I don't even know what a Birkin bag is.
It's a really expensive like tote.
Exactly. So when it comes to totes, I don't know shit about totes.
I have one expensive bag, and like it's not even that. It's a Kate Spade bag. It's not like a highly sought after.
I have Michael Kors bags, but I didn't buy them. They were gifts.
I also don't take that Kate Spade bag. I wore it to the funeral for the first time, and I keep it in the duster bag that it came in my closet.
So like there are certain things. It's just shoes. I can be a little bougie about jewelry too, but that's only because that's my mother's fault. And she spoiled me as a young child, and I always had real jewelry because I do have an allergy to like fake metal in my ears. Yeah. So but I do buy myself fake costume jewelry though.
I know.
I do. So I go both ways. Bright colors. I do like bright colors and fun with friends. Yeah. Oh. Leo dislikes being ignored. Oh boy.
Like a lot. Like a lot. You like being ignored. You dislike being ignored a lot.
Yep, a lot.
Like if you're really trying to piss off Lar, like just don't
blow me off.
Yeah. Just leave her be to wallow and wonder what's happening. And she'll really
get in my own head.
Get real pissed off real fast.
Tear the world up. Facing difficult reality.
Oh.
Or not being treated like a king or queen. I can't. I don't expect to be treated like royalty.
Yeah, but I think that's a loaded nowadays I feel like that's a loaded
phrase. Yeah.
I mean,
maybe like with some respect.
Yes. Yeah, I don't need you to like I don't think that's royalty and kiss my feet, but it would be nice I do want to be treated well.
Right. Yeah. Touche. Right. So just a little a couple other little nuggets. Greatest compatibility.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to hold that? We'll come back to that.
No. Keep going, because I was just going to look up I was curious to see what mine said your profession should be.
Greatest compatibility is with an Aquarius. Which is my current relationship. And Nicole's sign. So best friend of 30 some odd years. 30 some. You like how I did that 30 some. So I can see the compatibility there. You know what I'm saying? Like with our signs. Mm-hmm. And then Geminis. Do you know how many Geminis I have had in my life? Mm-hmm. I've dated a few.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by them constantly. My son, my boss, which we tease each other a lot about our signs. And my son's father is one as well. And a handful of exes.
Just a handful. Just a handful.
Oh,
so
boy.
Mine says that your best careers is a chanteuse. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. A B-list actor. We might be well on our way.
These are my careers?
Yeah.
A
motivational speaker.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
An autobiographical author.
How many times have I said I'm going to write that fucking book?
I know. And a style icon. You got lots
maybe
of
in the
shoes.
shoe game.
Yeah. Mine says that Leos are bold, warm, and loving, which is all true.
Mm-hmm. People born under the sign of the Leo are natural born leaders. They're dramatic, creative, self-confident, dominant, and extremely difficult to resist. Mm-hmm. Able to achieve anything they want to in any area of life that they commit to. Oh, boy. There is a specific strength to a Leo and their king of the jungle status. Leo often has many friends, for they are generous and loyal. That is true. Mm-hmm. Self-confident and attractive. This is a sun sign capable of uniting different groups of people and leading them as one towards a shared cause, and their healthy sense of humor makes collaboration with other people even easier.
Yeah. We do that every week.
Warm-hearted, in love with life, trying to laugh and have a good time. Able to use their mind to solve even the most difficult problems. They will easily take initiative in resolving various complicated situations. That is very true. They are in search for self-awareness and a constant growth of ego. Aware of their desires and personality, they can easily ask for everything that they need, but could just as easily unconsciously neglect the needs of other people in their chase for personal gain or status. Now, I will say this. I have had moments of self-awareness where I have said to myself, man, it's because I'm like going through something. I had said it to you before.
Yeah.
And because being who you are and you tend to hold things in, and I'm somebody who does not,
Yeah.
that I'll be like consumed with maybe the chaos that I have going on.
Yeah.
That I'm over here and I'm like, I'm a shitty friend. How did I not know that? Well, because sometimes I'd be so consumed in all my motherfucking mess.
Yeah.
That I'm not aware of or tuned into what my people have going on, and it's completely unintentional.
That makes it difficult sometimes for you and I, because I am the opposite. I don't like to share. I will tell people, I will use the word fine and okay 7,000 times a day. I'm okay. I'm fine. Somebody just sent me a text today and they were like, how are you? I was like, I'm okay. They were like, just okay? I was like, yep.
That means you're barely hanging on.
Yep, I'm just okay.
Is there something going on? Do we need to talk over this?
No. We have conferences tomorrow.
Oh.
Historically, they have not gone well.
Oh,
so I just have a lot on my mind.
You're just anticipating what's... Yeah, but didn't you say you haven't heard like a ton from his teacher?
I haven't.
So no
so
news
far,
can be good news.
Yeah, so far it's been okay.
Right.
Speaking of, let's talk about that little one of mine, huh? He's a Pisces. Oliver is a Pisces.
I don't know much about Pisces.
I'll tell you. My mom's a Pisces too. They're a water sign. Somehow both 5 and 50 years old all at once.
Oh my God. That's what it says on there?
Yeah. That is my child. Thinks everything is a sign. Can't remember if they dreamt it or if it actually happened. Prone to fantasy and no boundaries.
Holy shit. See, you can't tell me. People can't tell me that the zodiac ain't right.
Let's see. Pisces. Describing a Pisces personality can be difficult because Pisces tend to evade distinction. Their behavior changes significantly based on who they're around. Pisces are just permeable membranes that pensively let things flow through them. They are cerebral sea sponges. They are boundless. They tend to dilute themselves with larger personalities to avoid having to form coherent identities.
Wow.
Most of the qualities usually associated with Pisces, dreaminess, emotionality, imagination, are internal processes that are difficult to observe from the outside. This is because Pisces are primarily inward facing. They are not self-absorbed, but they are absorbed in themselves.
That's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
For the little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's a Gemini. Gentle. Affectionate. Curious. Adaptable. Weaknesses: nervous, inconsistent, and indecisive. I'll be goddamned. Gemini's like music, books, magazines, chats with nearly anyone, and short trips around the town. They dislike being alone, being confined, repetition, and routine. I don't know if I would say that with LeVar. I think repetition and routine is good for him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he likes it.
Touche. They are expressive and quick-witted. Gemini represents 2 different personalities in one, and you'll never be sure which one you will face. So, okay.
That's accurate.
Yes, because LeVar sometimes be like dense, and then he'll say some of the most wittiest stuff.
Yeah.
At this in a turn, and I'm like, bro, where are you?
So these are Oliver's, or a Pisces weakness. True Pisces weakness is that they're often the cause of their own turmoil.
Facts.
They're a little bit addicted to melancholy. They want to feel things intensely, and there is a poignant side to sorrow that Pisces actually find pleasurable. They would rather marinate in a voluptuous pit of despair than have no feelings at all.
For real.
The search for heart-rendering emotional experiences sometimes causes Pisces to seek out situations that are subconsciously self-defeating and then paint themselves as unwitting victims.
Yep.
That is my child.
That's your child in a nutshell.
Oliver lives and breathes the Pisces zodiac.
Yes, he does. Yep. Yep.
My mom I don't think my mom is much like this. Oh, my mom's not a Pisces. Just kidding. She's not a Pisces.
Well, that would explain it.
That would explain it.
Yeah. Geminis, they are sociable, communicative, and ready for fun, with a tendency to suddenly get serious, thoughtful, and restless. They are fascinated with the world itself, extremely curious, with a constant feeling that there is not enough time to experience everything that they want to see. Gemini's changeable and open mind makes them excellent artists, especially writers and journalists. And their skills and flexibility make them shine in trade, driving, and team sports. This is a versatile, inquisitive, fun-loving sign born with a wish to experience everything there is out there. This makes their character inspiring and never boring. And they are deemed the caring twins. There is so much childish innocence in the nature of a Gemini. Yep. They're in this world to mend differences and make them feel right, ready to give their life for a brother or a friend. Gemini sees love first through communication and verbal contact and find it as important as physical contact with their partner. It is my little Gemini. He really is.
Gemini.
But I will say this, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if I can say that I've experienced that in a grown man who is a Gemini.
No.
Some of them, no, there might be one that I can think of. But yes, yeah.
Not typically.
No. It's almost been like that two-sided face, you don't know which, that unpredictable piece, yes, that face you don't know which one you're gonna get. But according to what I read earlier, I am most compatible with Geminis, which is maybe why I never get away from them.
Maybe. So I was reading through this about a Pisces, and it came to me that Dan was a Pisces.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't, some of those things don't sound, and I mean, I didn't know Dan, but some of those things
not
don't,
all
like
of them,
the wallowing in their sorrow.
Yeah, but not all of them, but there, as I was reading through it, I was like, oh, that's reminiscent of him. So again, with the men thing, like, I don't think Oliver clearly does, but this one, I found this one interesting, and then we can move on. But this says, are Pisces loyal? So this says, Pisces are loyal in their own way. They'll send a text saying, I'm here if you need to talk, right as their phone dies. They're always there to listen. It may be difficult for them not to internalize other people's problems and make them worse in the process. They can be gossips, not maliciously, but because they're genuinely interested in other people's personal lives.
I'm trying to think if I know any adult Pisces. I feel like I do.
It's February.
Yeah, it's the end of February, early
March.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if I know any more Pisces.
I can't remember if Kelly's a Pisces. My coworker's on the cusp of, I think, Pisces Aries. I can't remember which way she rocks.
Oh, yeah. So my mom is an Aries. Like, just barely an Aries, but she's an Aries. John's a
Cancer, right?
John's a Cancer.
Mm-hmm. John is a Cancer. I don't know how much you know about Cancers, but I believe his sign matches him, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he's a water element. His traits are very sensitive, seeks comfort, forgives but never forgets. Only has one boundary, but it's very firm.
Yep.
And takes on other people's problems.
I told you he was a Cancer. I knew he was. I knew he was. I've read enough about Cancers that I recall them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very much a Cancer.
Yeah. The signs that I'm most, that I actually know the most about are obviously my own sign, Leo, Aquarius, because Nicole's an Aquarius, so I've been around her my entire life. She very much so fits the bill of an Aquarius. My partner's an Aquarius. He does as well. And certain times there's like certain things that I read and it'll say Aquarius and I'm like, yep, them two clowns. Yep. And then Gemini is the other sign that and because two of my really good friends were Geminis as well, not just, and it's like, and like I said, my boss, like my kid, my son's father, like and I just know a lot of Geminis. So those, and Cancer, I knew a few Cancers. So like those are the signs that I'm most familiar with. But I know a little bit about Taurus because my mom's a Taurus. So I've done some reading on the Taurus. My dad, I believe, is also a Capricorn. I think. What's the cutoff?
Capricorns are.
That's you, right?
Yeah, December 21st.
No,
to January
he's not a
20th.
No, he's
Sagittarius.
Whatever's before that. Yeah, he's a Sagittarius. So I get lost in some of those other signs that I'm not overly familiar with. But whenever I stumble upon it, and then maybe I meet somebody and get into conversation with them or something, I'm like, oh, what's your sign?
Yeah,
and they tell me. Then I do. I go and I start looking things up. I want to know. I'm curious. I want to know.
So Aunt Lori and Elisa are both Capricorns with me.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you guys are the three of you kind of are a lot alike, aren't you? Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
One of my old coworkers, my girl, is a Leo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And she is like a true Leo. But my other coworker is a Leo, but she's a July Leo.
Oh.
And there's this big, if you talk to the Leo group, there's this big difference between July Leos and August Leos. I'll be honest with you. And my old coworker, Richard, was also a Leo. And so we would always at Leo gang and then the other one would be over here and she is too, but her personality is a little bit different than ours. There are some similarities, but it's a little bit different. And they'll be like a July Leo versus an August Leo. They'll do a side-by-side meme or something and they'll show and you'll be like, damn, that's real. That really is real.
So what do you do with
this information?
Yeah.
Entertain myself. I can't say I do anything truly with it other than literally like it is intriguing to me. Somebody will do something. I will know their sign and something will happen and I'll think about who they are, what their sign is, what their personality traits are and how they handled that particular situation. And I'll be like, well, that explains it. They're an Aquarius. Or checks out. The way that I handle things. Like that meme that I posted today that was my 4 moods. That's a Leo. Mm-hmm. That is a fucking Leo in its finest. And it's me. Mm-hmm. And so what I do oftentimes though is I do reflect on self with that information.
That's what I was going to say.
I really do. Truly at the core of it, I mainly reflect on my own actions.
Well, and I think for me, like, I don't read these things often, but every time I do, it gives me an opportunity to be like, do I really do that? Is that really how I am? Do I need to pay attention to that more? Do I need to harness it? Do I need to fix it? Maybe I need to not hold everything in because I might have a little bit more peace in my life. You know what I mean? Like it makes me think about the things that I do and it challenges me to maybe harness them differently.
Right. Whether people believe in it or not, it does just push you into a little bit of like reflection and reality of like who you truly are and how you react to things. I'm constantly trying to do that because I feel like if you're aware of self, which is what evidently one of the strengths of my sign, very self-aware. Yeah. Then the things that are considered either weaknesses or flaws, if I'm aware of those, then I can work to correct those. And I really truly
turn them into an opportunity.
I absolutely do. I really truly do. I'm in active therapy for the things that are really problems. And then the other things is like sometimes I'll check myself in a moment or even after the fact and be like, and it's not like, well, and what I don't do what I don't do, which I have seen people do before, and you see people on social media call other people out and be like, fucking, you can't blame your fucking flaws on your zodiac sign. I don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. All it does is it does bring some awareness to some things that I already know about myself, but it's just a check. It'll be a moment of checking myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can have a situation that happened 2 days prior to, and I'll read the perfect meme or something about my sign, and I'll be like, you motherfucker, you should have did that differently. You goddamn Leo.
Damn you, fire sign.
Damn you, fire sign with
creeping
your
back
aggressive
up. What
ass.
the hell?
Anger easily, forgive easily. Jeez, are you the Gemini with the 2 personalities? So yeah, that what do I do with it? Like I said, entertain myself. Yeah. I really do. It's very intriguing and entertaining to me. I don't read. I am a little curious though. Sometimes I do wonder what all that like retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde. I don't know what the hell that means, but I've had the desire to want to read into it a little bit further just because I'm curious. I'm a very curious person.
For all of you out there, if you are into that stuff, would you please come be a guest on our podcast?
Yeah.
I would be very curious to know and learn and see about all of that stuff.
Do you want to know something I've always wanted to do too, which I've never done before?
Get your fortune read?
Yes.
I did it with Elisa.
Was it fun?
It was awesome.
I want to do it.
It was awesome. I would do it again in a minute.
Was it right? Was it accurate?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's why, like, you know, I did just watch Teen Witch the other day. You know, and Madam, what's her name? Serena, I believe is her name, whatever her name was. You know, she knew it all. However, what, you got it in your eyeball?
Wine just splashed in my eye.
Dang. It's like rubbing alcohol to the eyeball.
No, that didn't feel good.
I'm sure it didn't. But I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll go get tattoos and then go get our fortune read. We'll make like a whole day of it.
I'm so in. Count me in. I've always wanted to do that. I would love to.
It was fun. We were young, like teenagers. But God, maybe like 18.
Is there anything that you can remember that they said that came true or that followed suit? No, but you just remember at the time being. Yeah. I would love to do that.
And she recorded it and gave us each like a tape. Whoa. But I don't know what happened to the tape.
She recorded it, huh?
She did.
Wow.
Elisa, if you have the tape,
Man,
I want to hear it.
I got lost on TikTok today for a second, per usual. It's like a daily thing. I was flipping through, and there was a chick who was on there that was going live, and she was an energy reader, and she had those things. So you hold they're like the brass. They have a handle, and then they have the long sticks on the end, and they move according to the energy of
whatever
the spirit that's speaking to her.
Yeah.
And they move, and so it's this. She went live on TikTok, and people were submitting questions, yes or no questions that are like, "Am I going to be pregnant in the next 6 months?" And they would be like, "Yes, congratulations." And I'm like, "That's a bunch of bull." I don't know how much I believe that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know enough to know about it. But these are some damn rotating
those are like
sticks,
forks,
right? Like it was like. And then it would be like, it's my husband sleeping with men, and she'd be like, and so evidently what happens is if the energy is true or whatever, if you add yes or no questions, if it's strong, it moves closer to the heart. If the answer is like no, it moves, the sticks move away from each other. And so she would ask like controversial ass questions and be like, is my husband sleeping with men? And she'd be like, oh yes, I'm so sorry. Or, oh, it's a girl, congratulations. It was like the craziest. I sat there and watched it for like 5 minutes. I was like, should I ask a question? I was like, God damn it, Laura, move on.
Pick a different video.
What are you doing?
But I would totally do it again. I remember it being like just an interesting, like cool experience. Whether it was, I remember of it. A lot of the shit she was saying was true, but I would love to do it again. I think it'd be awesome, especially like grown and like the shit that's happened in my life.
For sure,
and, like,
I want to know what's next.
Yeah,
I need to know what's coming.
I need to plan.
Well, I'm in. Count me in. Well, this was fun.
This was fun. If you, maybe we'll read your zodiac sign and tell us what your sign is. What's your name? What's your sign? What's that song? Isn't that a song? Is it a country song?
Are you really asking me about a country song right now?
I see it on TikTok all the time.
Sounds about right. The only country song I can think of right now is that fucking Applebee's song.
That's the worst song.
I didn't realize it's an actual song.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I thought it was just their commercial.
No, it's awful.
It's a real song.
Yeah.
Trash.
Eric makes us listen to it every time we go over there. I want to punch him dead in
Date
his
night.
nose.
Who the fuck goes to Applebee's for date night?
It's country ass.
It's country.
No shame if you like Applebee's. I hear they have good drink specials, but
well, folks, do a little reading. Do a little if you're interested and if you've never looked into your own signs, I highly encourage it just for a little fun.
And maybe comment below our post and tell us if your zodiac sign is true or not.
I would love to know, like, people who listen. I want to know what your signs are because I want to be like,
if it's spot on.
I want to see if it's spot on.
So tell us in our post.
Because it'll give it what it does for me. It definitely gives me a little bit of insight to the chaos that I live.
Yeah.
Because chaos is inevitable.
But that's why there's wine. Thanks for listening, y'all. Like, share, subscribe.
Cheers.